why Memphis, why the name Opus, and why now?
Sure. So why Memphis? We look at Memphis as, from an investment perspective, as a sunrise city, meaning the sun is just beginning to rise there. Obviously, Nashville has enjoyed a lot of focus and a lot of investment dollars over the past few years as the music scene in Nashville has grown. But Memphis has really got a really rich history to it. Spending time in Memphis over the last 3 years, we've gotten to know what defines Memphis, and it truly is the people. We also looked at the quality and the age of the competition within the market, and kind of analyzed supply-demand drivers that, to make sure the project was supportable. But when you look at Memphis, it's got a lot of really good attributes. The river is obviously a natural amenity, but it's really driven by three main industries, which is agriculture, healthcare, and healthcare technology, and then logistics and logistics technology with the airport and FedEx. And so from an investment perspective, those are all very large investment areas at the national level. And that's three areas where Memphis is known for. So it's on the macroeconomic perspective, there's been a lot of growth in Memphis. I would also say from a local leadership perspective, Memphis has had tremendous leadership over the past few years. They've made a lot of investment in their public infrastructure, whether it's the redevelopment of the riverfront, the convention center, the new airport terminal that opened. And so we look at those types of things where we look at local leadership to see if they're investing in the community, and not just investing in the community or the technology of old, but trying to look forward and try to invest for the future. And so that really drove us to Memphis. But I'd say overwhelmingly, it's just the quality of the people and the quality of the culture. They call it the city of soul. And having, like I said, visited there many times, and now part of the business community, is the people that really differentiate Memphis. Patrick, I know you've been there many times now with me, and you may have a different perspective, but you're also, having grown up nearby, have been to Memphis many more times than I have.
For sure. Memphis was, in my backyard growing up. It was, the closest big city that we had, so grew up going there a lot. And what's really exciting about the time that we're in right now is all of these southern cities are really revitalizing at an amazing pace. I mean, we see it in Nashville, with Austin, Texas, and now Memphis. It's just really exciting for that to start taking place, and for people to start noticing these great cities, and really for Memphis to become the belle of the ball again. It was always such a beautiful city and great architecture, and like Dave said, the people are just the epitome of hospitality.
So this is the fun part, guys, right? We get to see your vision. And as we're looking at this, and I know we're going to see some photos here, can you tell us sort of what we've kind of touched on a little bit, sort of the historical aspects of Memphis, the good food, the music, the history, and how that all ties into what we're going to see?
Absolutely. I'm going to let Patrick kind of drive on the imagery side of things. I will tell you that Opus sits in kind of the arts and cultural center of Memphis. And so the Memphis Botanical Gardens, Audubon Park, the Dixon Art Gallery are all within a football throw of the site. And so we carried on that tradition within the design. So you'll notice it's very Memphis focused in terms of how we incorporate different design ideas into the project, but heavy emphasis on arts and culture throughout the project. And Patrick can kind of take us through a test drive of what it's going to be.
So this is kind of just an overview image of our living spaces that we have here at Opus. We have a lot of great textures and patterns, and what really kicked this project off for us was, like I mentioned before, the traditional Southern roots of Memphis, and then also, you know, having the Dixon Art Gallery next door that really drove a lot of our concept. So we really wanted to emphasize art and traditionalism. So with that, we took a lot of things that were standard, you know, designs that, you know, for instance, you see here a Knoll sofa, which is kind of a could be a dated design, and we're taking it and we're gonna update it with great fabrics and some acrylic panels and certain things. So we basically are taking traditionalism and turning it on its head, is what I like to say, and giving it a new spruce up and show that, you know, you can really make something new again. And that's kind of the concept throughout the whole project, and that's how we want our residents to feel as well, is, you know, it's never too late to brush it off and create a new self, and that's what we're trying to create here.